Pumpkin the raccoon didn't always live the glamorous life that she has today. As a baby, Pumpkin was abandoned by her mother after breaking her leg in a serious tree climbing accident. But thankfully, Pumpkin was rescued by Laura and her 2 dogs, Oreo and Toffee. After an innocent post on Instagram about Pumpkin's recovery, she became an overnight celebrity. With over 1 million Instagram followers, a successful calendar and book deal, Pumpkin seemed to have it all. But the constant hounding of the paparazzi and the pressures of fame became too much. Still struggling with her mother's abandonment, she realized that family isn't determined by the color of your fur, but by the one standing by your side or lying by your side when no one else is.
Joining us now, veterinarian Dr. Halligan, along with Pumpkin and her owner Laura, are on Skype all the way from the Bahamas. Thank you so much for being with us. So those pictures are adorable, but we just want to know, what is it like having a raccoon living with you?
It's like having a 2-year-old permanently living in your house. I'm really sorry she's not here with me right now. She was just on my lap, but you know, a raccoon is definitely not like a dog. I can't tell her to sit and stay. The only things that we've had to really do is baby-proof our kitchen, but other than that, we're really lucky with her. We've had one major incident with her. It's in her book. We call it the Great Flood of Pumpkin, where one night she managed to turn on a faucet and it ran for about 8 hours straight, which meant that our entire house was flooded. We woke up to about ½ an inch of water. But other than that, we've been really lucky. So, but
where does Pumpkin use the restroom? Does Pumpkin go outside for the restroom?
No, she actually uses the toilet. Something I didn't teach her, but she pees and does all her business in the toilet like a human.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
We're all to get comfortable with Pumpkin. You have 2 lovely dogs.
Yeah, both my dogs are amazing. They're Royal Bahamian potcakes. So they're Bahamian Island girls just like me. They're rescues. And the one you're looking at now, that's Oreo. And Oreo was actually really badly abused as a puppy. And what was interesting is when Pumpkin and Oreo first met, Oreo instantly wanted to nurture her and mother her. It even tried to nurse her at one stage. So I think it's real. I have 2 really exceptional dogs, and they've helped raise a really exceptional raccoon.
Karen, how?
Yes, well, okay. Well, yeah, let me say, first of all, Pumpkin is a wild animal. They're illegal in a lot of states. The states you can have them in, you have to have a permit. Their nickname is the Mass Bandit because they're mischievous, they get into everything, and their hands are like ours. So they can, I'm sure Laura will attest, they can pick locks, open doors, get into everything.
Well, that's what I love about Laura. You openly say that you should not have a pet raccoon. This is not something you're recommending to anyone.
I 100% agree. Raccoons are not pets. In the Bahamas, we don't have access to wildlife sanctuaries and shelters. So fostering her and raising her was our only choice of making sure she survived. We had every intention of releasing her, but because she was so young and because she'd been raised by the dogs, separating them really would have been too difficult for her. And again, we don't have shelters and sanctuaries, so we kind of just take it day by day, but I do not recommend raccoons as pets.
Now you do, I know, have a question for Dr. Halligan.
Yeah, as I'm sure you can tell by some of the pictures, Pumpkin is a little chubby.
That's very common for raccoons that are kept in captivity, because in the wild, they would have to search and scavenge for a beetle and exert energy. But now she just gets a mushroom and looks at you and gets an avocado, and she has too many calories. She probably eats better than I do. So what you need to be careful now, that will predispose her to getting diabetes, heart disease, and arthritis, and it really will shorten her lifespan.
Right, but if she released Pumpkin into the wild right now, Pumpkin would die.
She absolutely would. So
you're just doing the best, making the best of
what Laura can do is cut down the calories and increase her exercise. I bet you could get a treadmill and even train her, because they're very, very smart. They usually live to be about 15 to 20 years of age. But I'd really try to get her weight down, because that's going to make a big difference for her. And she's probably trained you when she does certain things, you feed her. right? Look at you, give you the look or whatever, like
They're very
dogs and
smart.
cats do.
They know.